U.S. Customs and Border Protection has temporarily suspended pedestrian operations at the Pedwest crossing. Good evening, I'm Jesse Pagan. Marcella is off tonight.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. The suspension was announced last night and started this morning after an influx of migrants was seen waiting behind the wall at our southern border. CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes joins us live there right now with details. Kirsten.
Hey guys, I am here off Monument Road at the Tawana River Valley, near the Tawana River Valley Regional Park. I want you to take a look behind me. This is the border wall. Volunteers we talked to out here say it used to be about 400 migrants at a time over the past week coming to this area, seeking asylum and asking for help with things like water, shelter, and even food. Now that this area is empty, the volunteers we talked to say they hope that that is a very good thing. U.S. Customs and Border Protection closed temporarily the pedestrian operations at the Pedwest crossing this morning to help process this wave of migrants. CBP has opened as many lanes as possible at the Ped East crossing to accommodate those who typically use Ped West. Late last week, Pedro Rios with American Friends Service Committee told us they received reports from their partners in Tijuana that asylum seekers were gathering at the wall once again. Now that the area between the wall is clear, Rios is hoping that means the migrants are at a Border Patrol facility or on their way to their final destination. Take a listen at what Rios has had to say about the situation at our border today.
Title 42 came and went, but the conditions that are forcing people to leave their home countries have not ended. People are leaving because of violence, and that violence follows them throughout the entire migratory trajectory. And so what we did here was welcome people with kindness, and what we hope is that that continues beyond the border, that all of the United States is able to recognize people's right to seek safety, and when they do so, that we welcome them so that they're protected.
Nora Vargas, the chair for the Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs at the County of San Diego, sent CBS 8 a statement on the latest influx of migrants at our border, saying in part, quote, "My foremost commitment is to ensure there is a process that treats asylum seekers with the utmost dignity and respect. I've been unceasingly advocating for funding for both from both our federal and our state government." Now, CBS 8 over time has talked to several migrants right here at this border. Their countries of origin have all been very different. Their journeys to get to this place have all been very different, but they all have one common denominator: seeking asylum in the United States right here at this port of entry. We will continue to follow the story for you as it develops. For now, reporting live for CBS 8, I'm Kirsten Holmes. Back to you.
Thanks, Kirsten. Migrants, in the meantime, are being dropped off at transit centers here in San Diego. One reason is because the state of California is reducing shelter bed numbers.
CBS 8's David Goffredson looks into how much it's costing to house people seeking asylum here.
2 hotels in San Diego currently are under contract by the state of California to house asylum seekers. This 207-room hotel in the Midway District is operated by Jewish Family Service of San Diego. This 400-room hotel in Mission Valley is operated by Catholic Charities of San Diego. This year, the California Department of Public Health paid about $19 million to rent all the rooms in the Midway District Hotel and $28 million to rent out the rooms in the Mission Valley Hotel to use them as migrant shelters. The California Department of Social Services currently pays about $19 million per year to Jewish Family Service of San Diego and about $18 million per year to Catholic Charities of San Diego to administer the hotel shelter programs. Both groups also get federal funding. The problem is migrants being offered beds in the shelters are now being limited to vulnerable populations only, like families, pregnant women, and migrants with medical conditions. For Catholic Charities alone, at its 3 shelters in San Diego and Imperial counties, the number of beds is being cut in half, according to CEO Vino Pajanor.
We are going from a 1,600 capacity to a 800 capacity bed.
So are you telling me as of October 1st, you are reducing your capacity by 50%?
By 50%, yes, it's going to go because of the funding.
Pajanor tells me a state budget deficit is to blame, resulting in fewer shelter beds and more single adult migrants being dropped off at San Diego transit centers by DHS.
The question now becomes is that is the federal government, the federal agency is going to step up and provide California and San Diego its fair share of funding so that we don't have people on the streets.
David Goffredson, CBS 8.
On top of migrants who end up coming to San Diego, Jewish Family Service of San Diego says they're seeing DHS bring more people from Texas and Arizona and release them here.
A California federal court is blocking an Escondido Union School District gender identity policy. A judge issued the preliminary injunction today. The policy aimed to prevent teachers from sharing whether their students are transgender with their parents. Two teachers from Rincon Middle School filed a lawsuit against the policy, saying it violates their First Amendment rights. The district argued in court that the policy was meant to protect the child's safety in case their parents did not support their gender identity.
18 mayors in our region are calling on Governor Gavin Newsom to declare a state of emergency over the sewage crisis in the South Bay. Officials say Tropical Storm Hillary made the situation at the South Bay International Wastewater Treatment Plant even worse and would cause beach closures for years. Right now, there is a plan to renovate the treatment plant, but it's going to cost anywhere from $600 to $900 million. Last month, the governor announced the EPA allocated $350 million for repairs.
Today, janitors at San Diego International Airport are joining other janitors across California fighting for better pay. The airport janitors have been working under an expired contract with Flagship Facility Services since last month. Now, they're calling for Flagship to deliver higher wages and better working conditions.
We're making sure that Flagship understands that it's about wages, but at the end of the day, it's about respect, and it's about valuing the worth of workers who come in every single day to clean our beautiful airport.
Janitors say they have been playing a key role at the airport while Terminal 1 is under construction.
We're hours away from the contract for Detroit auto workers expiring, which could lead to a historic strike tomorrow. Union workers for General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis have been negotiating for a new contract with a 36% pay increase and other benefits. GM says it submitted a new offer today, and Ford says it's waiting to hear back on the counteroffer it made yesterday. If they don't reach a deal tonight, workers from all three automakers could strike.
Despite higher operational costs and fear of recession, San Diego's hotel industry is optimistic about next year's business.
San Diego tourism officials got together for their annual hotel economic forecast today. Experts say San Diego came out on top across the country's 25 biggest markets with the most hotel rooms booked in July. They say corporate travel is gaining momentum too, which is a sign companies are more willing to spend money on employee travel. On the downside, industry experts say the higher cost to operate will push hotels to find new ways to keep customers happy while cutting costs.
Okay, you probably noticed gas prices in San Diego County keep climbing. Today, the average price per gallon rose more than 2 cents to $5.60. That's about 22 cents higher than this time last year. The average price of gas has risen 48 of the past 52 days.
And it doesn't look like prices will go down anytime soon. For the first time this year, a barrel of oil has breached the $90 benchmark. Last week, Saudi Arabia and Russia extended supply cuts through the end of the year. Then catastrophic flooding hit Libya, leading to supply disruptions there.